What's going on, everybody? It's FREEDO here for Your Overwatch, and today I think we're going to start a new type of series when we're looking at pro play or even matchmaking, and that is to focus on team comps. And this time we're doing a Mei Doomfist strategy from Lunatic Hai, the best team in the world, you might say, running on King's Row. Now, this is a map that we've seen other interesting styles of death comps from Korean teams, of course. The Korean World Cup team famously ran the Junkrat, but with this Mei Doomfist max crowd control combo for King's Row, you get some really interesting play and some masterful Overwatch. Now, this first engagement mostly comes down to Meta Athena getting caught off guard. Sleep Dart hit shots, nothing too special about that. But it's this upcoming retake where things get really interesting and we start to see where the Mei wall gets insane value on King's Row. I've been trying to think of cool names for this team comp. It's about setting up Mei walls to get Doomfist to punch things into them. So I was thinking maybe Frost Punch or maybe Doomcicle, if you want to be a little bit more cheeky about it. But as we see here, normally the enemy team should be able to get another retake coming in after losing the first fight on King's Row because they lost it so quickly. Everybody died, so on the last tick, they should be able to touch and contest. And although they do, Eska gets a Mei wall into the archway, which cuts off the supports. This allows for Lunatic Hai to ignore those players and focus all of their attention onto the players that are contesting the point. Normally, if you ignore that angle, there'd be damage and impact coming from there, and you potentially can get fragged out while you're trying to clean up characters that are good at stalling. But what this Mei wall strategy does is allows you to divide and conquer. This Lunatic team comp you'd have to call low damage, although of course this Doomfist can get massive amounts of burst damage. It's only reliable if you set it up to be so, and the Mei wall helps coordinate to create the type of engagement that Doomfist wants to see. Close quarters for the Doomfist to punch you into? With the amount of synergy between these two on King's Row, I'm starting to think that Mei is Doomfist's one true pairing. Now, if we're not paying too close of attention, we may have just assumed that Who Are You is playing amazing on Doomfist, and I think he is, actually. This match, he looked like the hottest Doomfist in pro play, but although I do think he's amazing, a big part of it comes down to Eska's Mei walls. I think this strategy is incredible, and it is a very devastating type of death ball that you could run on any close quarters engagement, which King's Row has many of, but I especially would think this would work well on Anubis second. As long as you can land the Mei walls in this team comp in the right spot, anything is possible. At the Streets checkpoint retake, we see yet another, you guessed it, sick Mei wall that splits off the enemy reinforcements. Blink and you'll miss it, the tank's in front, and the Mei wall hits in perfect synergy for the Doomfist punch to slam D.Va into the wall. Doesn't end up getting the D-Mech, but it does keep her out of the fight until she's able to get healed up, which allows for the Lunatic Hai comp to do what it wants to do, divide and conquer. It has low damage inherently. It's a cooldown based team comp, and you can think of this team comp similar to how you might think about triple tank back in the tank meta, which largely played around the Roadhog hook. In this team comp, you're playing around sustaining your Zarya, your tanks are doing the majority of the brawling and big damage output, but it's these divide and conquer maneuvers and the burst kills from the Doomfist that sustains the death ball and makes it easy to win these engagements cleanly. And of course, the cherry on top of this incredible team comp for at least close range encounters, it might be the best 6 ultimates you can have in order to close out a tough point. Mei ultimate means that the enemy can't contest the point, and or they'll get trapped in the Graviton for the Space Jam combo. As if it wasn't bad enough already, only needing one team fight and having the ults to boot, there's almost no way to live through this without a Mercy Res to swing the ultimate economy into the defensive team's favor. Really cool team comp, and yeah, that pun was intended. And it's interesting how the Mei pick really transforms a team comp that otherwise would have low damage output to kind of solve that problem and allow for focus fire to be easy when you divide and conquer, because if the enemy's not there, it's pretty easy to single out a specific target. Meta Athena was scrambling for answers in this game, and although they did have a horrific Season 4, they were bouncing back in this series. And I think they started to get a grasp on how they had to play against this. I think pharmacy is absolutely necessary in order to beat such a death ball. But even so, that's only half of the battle. You're going to need to be able to fight out in open space where the Pharah doesn't have to get down too close to the cart in order to contest it. And hit some really key rockets in order to succeed with it. With this massive death ball comp, as we've seen breaking down other Korean play, especially the Korean World Cup team, if the Zarya stays alive, the death ball wins. If it sustains itself, the healers don't die, pump resources into the Zarya, she eventually will just carry everything. That match was over in a blink of an eye, and Zumba seemingly had Graviton on cooldown. And you have to imagine that this would be a nightmare to try to flank and get positioning on, because the Doomfist is always lurking to protect his backline, flowing in and out of the fight, which is going to be easy to do on King's Row. Not to mention, before you know it, you or the rest of your team can get split off easily by a Mei wall, or just get slowed down by the Mei ice freeze in order to set up for the other characters, Doomfist included, to follow up on the slowing effects. So much synergy in one team comp, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It's really exciting play that we're seeing out of Lunatic Hai. They will be coming into the Overwatch League representing Seoul, Korea. Everybody hold on to your butts. What do you guys think of a team comp focused series where we look at how different team comps form and play and what they're strong against? Although there's always more things to learn about individual heroes, the truth is, in the macro strategy of things, the entire team plays differently with one pick different. And at least I think it's better to think about team comps in general, not think about individual picks. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And if you want to see more content like this, as well as the other things that we do, of course, you're going to want to hit subscribe. And be sure to hit the bell icon so that you get notified when our videos go live. Link to the description, you can check out our Twitter, where we tweet out news, updates, and dank memes, as well as our Destiny 2 channel. If you are a fellow Guardian, you're going to want to check that out. That's been it for me. I've been FREEDO for Your Overwatch. I'll see you guys next time.